Hi, and welcome to A Punk with Toys. My name is Lawrence, and today we're going to take a look at Jada Toys Cheetos, a flamin' hot, crunchy Chester Cheetah. This is the glow in the dark exclusive to Entertainment Earth and some of their suppliers. So if you are interested in this figure, we're going to see how it glows in the dark. We always do the glow in the dark test. You can get this at Entertainment Earth and another supplier of theirs, Hella Dope Toys, which I will post links in the description directly to this, along with my code that you can get 10% off. Don't forget that code, or else you're not going to get 10% off. But let's get into this thing. And you probably know, if you've been following the channel, I love these Jada toys. I think the Street Fighter toys, as you can see some up there, are absolutely amazing. I have the glow-in-the-dark Blueberry. They have just knocked it out of the park with their figures. Like no one told them they're not supposed to be this good out of the gate, but they did it. So anyway, here we go. You can see the Cheetos box here. On the side, it tells you that it's an action figure. I love that they kind of give you everything that is in it, kind of like what is supposed to be the the health and the health proteins, and I can't think of what it is. And then on this other side, we have the figure, and on the back there we have Chester Cheetah running along it, and then we have. Then it opens up, all right? And so you can see them right there. You can see the box. And what I love about this, no Velcro. It is a magnet, so it holds on. You don't have to worry about that Velcro wearing or popping off or anything like that. But anyway, you can see everything on the inside there. You can see the Cheeto bag. You can see the Cheeto. You can see his alternate head and his hands. I am excited just to take a look at this figure. So anyway, let's get into this, because no one really wants to look at this. But before we do, if you like this type of content, you like the stuff that I'm giving you, like this Jada stuff, whether it be Street Fighter or anything else, take a second, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you're notified anytime I drop something cool, some type of cool toy. Let's go. Okay, so we got Chester out. We're going to take a look at him, see everything that we have. So if you're new to the channel, I like to kind of show how everything is first, and then we go from there. So I'm not sure exactly what glows in the dark. You can see my Blueberry back there. I do have this UV light, right? And I will actually post a link to that on Amazon, so you can get that if you're interested. So anyway, all right, so there you go. Chester Cheetah, pretty good paint. He already has the glasses on. His whiskers are, they're not pliable. They're just move back and forth. Get your nice little detail right there. Does this mouth open? No articulated jaw, but that is perfectly fine. Paint on the nose, it looks good. You got your little white back here. I'm assuming this is all that is going to glow. So it should look pretty cool once we got it up. We have a Cheeto, which almost looks like the Olympic torch. I almost feel like I'm going to have orange hands. But again, it looks just like a Cheeto. I don't even know. Not much more you can say other than it should glow. We have the bag of Cheetos, which there you have him chomping on one. Got a whole bunch around there. So, and on the back, you have him again. Got a lot of details. I don't eat Cheetos, so I don't know if this is what you normally see, but I'm sure this is exactly what the front looks like. And then we got two extra hands that clearly are made to hold the bag and the Cheeto. So very interesting. Yeah, your white paint, which I'm going to assume isn't going to glow. The orange should all glow. Black is not going to. All right, now we'll take a look at this figure. And this is the alternate head. Again, there's two heads. We can quickly look at him. He does have his teeth out here. It's too bad that you don't have a head where he's kind of opening like he's going to chow on it. But, so you have the teeth that are just kind of showing right there. They probably could have just made an articulated jaw. Probably would have made it a little bit easier. But you do have the teeth showing right there. Glasses and the paint looks good. Nose, no issues. Same thing with the whiskers here. All right. Now, white back here for his hair. He's got the spots all along. And then, is he snapping? Not sure exactly what he's doing. It's like he's snapping his fingers here. On this one, he has them out, so he's kind of like licking his fingers, perhaps. All right, you go down to the boots. I'm hoping all this orange will glow, but I'm not sure if that will. This is all translucent, so you can kind of tell that's exactly where it's going to glow. But all in all, a nice looking figure. Now let's take a look at his articulation. So his head does move it back and forth. He looks down and he looks up. Oh man, side to side. You get a wonderful T-pose. I don't even think there's any stopping it. It does not have double. Does it have double joints? I don't think it has double joints, but he gets as much movement as you're going to get out of a figure. Hands move in and out, and obviously turn. You can see where the waist is. He doesn't really stay. He just kind of comes back. So I don't want to try and press it too much, but there is an articulated joint there, and he is really nice and smooth. So I don't think there's anything to really worry about with him breaking. Legs are going to go straight. Can he do it, Jean-Claude Van Damme? Not bad. He's very soft, but that's where you can kind of tell where the oof, it went Cobra Officer. You get a knee joint right there, thigh swivel. And do we have a boot cut? No boot cut because it's right at the knee, but he does have an ankle rocker. So is he easy to stand? Well, he has giant feet, so I would hope that he's pretty easy to stand. And that looks pretty good to me. All right. So let's see. How hard is it to pop off his head? Well, it just pops right off. No problem at all. And then we can throw this one on. And no issues. Hands, they come off nice and easily. I'm going to throw these on because we definitely want to see how everything looks without it. The head is really heavy. This head is heavy for how small that ball joint is. That does give me a little bit of worrisome, but I think it's going to be that big of a deal. You even got like the little detail here on where the fur is supposed to be. So sometimes you just got to push these things down nice and tight. And I kind of like the teeth anyway, a little bit more. All right, so we stand them here. Got Cheeto in his hand. All right, so no issues there with the Cheeto. Get this a little bit better. How easy is the bag go in here? Kind of say it's just gonna slot right on in there. Well, maybe not. Pops out. Well, that's disappointing. I mean, if you can't hold the bag, I'm gonna be a little disappointed. Can he hold the bag over here? Well, okay, so he can hold the bag up. So the bag just kind of shoots out. That is definitely disappointing. It's like I'm going to need to use some sort of, what is it called? Some sticky tack to hold it on. Now, I can already see paint rub on. Look at that. I just put this thing in, and it's already. Now you can just say that's just the Cheeto dust, but look how quickly that paint came off. So that is disappointing right there. All right, so that's going to start to glow in the dark if you're not holding something in the hand. All right, but the paint's going to start just rubbing right off. And he does not want to hold the bag. I mean, it's going to stay there for a short bit, but I don't know for how long. So I can get him in a pose, I guess. Have him kind of walking with your Cheetos, but all right. Well, that's disappointing. Okay, well, it's staying in there right now, but I think if you hit it, it just kind of pushes out just because of the pressure on it. So, all right, but we all came for what is most important, and that is the glow in the dark function, option. I can't think of it. All right. So what we're going to do here is we're first going to turn everything off and see how he glows in the dark without a UV light. Now, this is very important for most people. I know I was using just regular light with some of my glow-in-the-dark stuff, and you would see that it doesn't glow in the dark all that well. All right, so what we're going to have to do here, I got to turn everything off, so just bear with me so we can get as dark as possible. Power off here. We'll see how much he glows in the dark. So, looking at that, you don't really get too much, all right? Matter of fact, I can't even see him right here. Now we're going to hit it with this UV light. And it only takes a couple seconds. Like we hit Blueberry back there. And he glows, but man, not the greatest. And usually we don't see this color and glow in the dark. So we're going to hit him nice and pretty good and see how good this thing glows in the dark, because that's the best we're going to get. I'm not going to lie. That's going to be... So he starts to glow, but it's not great. And I don't know how much more the UV light can actually hit. So, disappointing, I guess you could say. I put the box out here because the Blueberry box glows in the dark, and I was hoping that we'd see something there. All right. So this is going to be the last one we're going to do here. And that's like the best he glows in the dark, which is very disappointing because I'll tell you what, you can see Blueberry, and I'll even point up here. You see my shelf up there. If I just kind of highlight all these guys, right, you can see how quickly they glow in the dark. And this guy, I have to kind of keep hitting him. So, not the greatest function, Jada. That's where you're kind of getting a hit here on for me. As for the box, doesn't look like there's anything that glows in the dark. But there you go. Does he glow in the dark? Technically, yes. Does he glow in the dark good? I don't think so. But let's wrap this up. Okay, so I turned him around. So you have the front here, which you obviously have the big purple. And it's not purple, it's actually white. That it's not going to glow in the dark there, right? So if I do this, you can kind of see it. If I turn him around from the back, you get way more glow in the dark. Just because this all shows. But it charges, it doesn't stay up for very long. Where, again, I'll say it again, my $15 Master Universe Origins Scare Glow is the greatest glow in the dark figure ever made. So that's just the back of him. He tends to glow a little bit better, but without, with this white in the front, it takes away a lot. Okay, so my first impression on this is it is a nice figure, but the glow in the dark really does disappoint me. I'd rather have the glow in the dark rather than not glow in the dark version. But again, I expected a little bit more, especially how wonderful the Street Fighter figures have been. But if it's something that you love, if you love this character, if you love Cheetos, you know someone that loves Cheetos, and you're like, hey, I need to get this. It's glow in the dark. It's actually pretty cool. Go for it, like I said. It's all about you and what you enjoy. And hey, it's not bad. I'm not upset I bought it. I just wish it glowed in the dark a little bit better. All right, so there you go. That is your Jada Toys Entertainment Earth Chest of Cheetah Glow in the Dark exclusive review. Let me first start by saying I was wrong about this. That is the rub that it's supposed to be. So it's supposed to be like Cheetah dust or Cheeto dust. It's not on the left hand, not on either hand. And I played around with a little bit more and they didn't wear. So, and this one here, clearly there wasn't anything because you can't really put it in his hand. So that's how it's supposed to be. I was completely wrong. It will eventually wear, but it didn't wear like I thought that it was wearing. So nothing to worry about there. Again, this is something you got to decide if you want. It does glow in the dark, but it's a little disappointing, to be 100% honest. But what I am going to do is I'm going to leave links to Entertainment Earth and Hella Dope Toys along with my codes to get 10% off. These are in stock at both places. So go over there, get it if you so choose to. If it's something that you want, hey, go pick it up. It's not a bad figure. It's just, to me, it's a little disappointing after the Street Fighter figures, because those things have just been absolutely amazing. So hopefully, they can fix their glow in the dark. Maybe it's just the orange. I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to get out of here. But thank you for staying this long, especially if you're new to the channel. If you are, please, if you're on Instagram, take a second, give me a follow. A Punk with Toys on Instagram. If you're on Facebook, Punks with Toys, because once you join, you're a Punk with Toys. Now, I've been here this long. You've been watching. Take a second. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification so you're notified every time I drop a video. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave you a link to one of the Jada Street Fighter figures, and down here will be all the other Jada stuff that I've done. Take care.